How's it going? Today I wanted to talk to you about mindset and perspective and how that will affect your life. But first, something unexpected happened while setting up my shot and walking up to my spot. I believe I found a geocache, all by happenstance, just because I paid attention to my surroundings. So let's take a look. First, what we found in here. Whoever had it last time didn't lock it properly. Oof, it's crusty and dusty, moldy. But we have a whole bunch of knickknacks, including a little car, number 99. Whoever likes NASCAR, tell me who that is. I'm not gonna go into this because I haven't had a tetanus shot since I was maybe 7 years old. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I had one in the military, so 18, no, 15, 16. We'll put this back where it belongs. So when it comes to mindset, I think a lot of people who try to improve their life are so into what they're doing that they don't even think about their mindset. And that was me as well. For you to change the way your life will work out, you have to change your perspective. You have to change how you look at the outcome of things. And I'm not talking about some, magic woo-woo, The Secret, or, I forget the actual term that people use. But, I'm not saying you can cast a spell and make your future happen. But I am saying that, just like me finding this cache, if your mind is closed, you're not gonna find opportunities around you. If you think that everything and everyone is against you, you will never try new things that might turn out to change your life forever. One of my favorite examples about mindset is if you grew up or lived in low income areas, every now and then you'll see someone walking either outside of their house or on the sidewalk, usually with a cigarette in their hand, on their phone. You could see that they're very upset and they walk in a very tight circle, almost like a prisoner in a cell, and they're yelling at their phone. They're pointing fingers and yelling and cursing, and every now and then they'll take their phone away from their ear and hold it in front of their mouth just so they can yell even louder. Your initial thought is to obviously laugh at them because it looks funny. It looks, entertaining. Like, look at this fool yelling at his phone as if this is gonna change anything. But at the same time, if you're living in one of those neighborhoods, chances are, more often than not, you were that guy or a girl on the sidewalk yelling into your phone. And I know I was multiple times. Usually that happens when you receive a bill from your bank for overdraft fees or any other unexpected charges from, your creditor, or the paycheck you deposited bounced because the guy you're working for, is a piece of garbage that doesn't care if there's enough money in a bank account or not for you to cash the check and pay your bills. And the reality of that situation is, as much as you're yelling at the phone, at that moment, you think that by acting tough and angry is gonna solve your problem. The reality of it is, it's not gonna do anything for you, except for raise your blood pressure and possibly give you ulcers. This reaction is so common that even nowadays when I drive through, like a less well-off neighborhood than mine, and I see this happening, my instant reaction is I feel bad for that person. Partially because I've been there. I've been there more than once. I've been in that place feeling helpless, as if there is no way out. The reality is there is. And your mindset is one of the biggest things you can do to change the outcome. Obviously, you can get on the phone and start yelling and shouting. The people you're yelling and shouting at, the twisted irony of this situation is most of them are probably in a similar situation as you. I mean, you're calling people who work as customer service. Most of us know that these people, a lot of time, are outside of the country. They're not in the United States. And even if they are, they're not getting paid that good. So chances are, when they go home, they have the same exact issue that you have. And here you are yelling at them for something that has nothing really to do with them. They're not the ones giving you that problem. Partially, that problem is because of you, if you're being honest with yourself. And obviously, the flip side of that coin is the banks are there to, there's no way around it, exploit us. That's how they make money. Number one way that they make money, off of you and me, off of people on the bottom, because we're willing to pay more, especially if your credit is bad. But besides that point, you could change your mindset stop and think about your current situation and either A, go with the negative, make that phone call, shout at someone who didn't cause this issue in the first place, or stop and use this as a learning experience. It's not gonna be easy, it never is, but you have to think about what can I learn from this? How can I change it for the future? Obviously, the easy answer is either A, make more money, B, spend less money, or C, a combination of both is obviously the best. That being said, it's not always an option, especially right away. But if you get yourself dug into this mindset of there's nothing you can do, you will never find a way what to do to get ahead. And as big as the problem might seem, think about it, break it down, and do one step at a time. It's no different than, let's say, washing the dishes. I despise washing the dishes. But I'm also the guy, when I was single, that would load up a ton crap of dishes into a sink and wash them every second or third day. And when you look at the mountain of the dishes, you don't even know where to start. Just like your finances, when you look at all the mess in your finances, you don't know where to start. Where you want to start is, in my opinion, this is what works for me. Other people like to go the opposite spectrum. Is I like to stop, think about the problem, and attack the smallest and quickest piece that I can resolve. And the reason why is because once that one piece, one little dish gets washed, I can see progress. And then I can snowball it. Obviously, in your finances, you might want to attack the highest interest card, but that's a different topic for a future video. But what I'm trying to say is start changing your mindset from angry and upset about everything to, at the very least, stop and think about your situation. And if you can't come up with a good answer for yourself, a good trick that I learned, I forget who I learned it from, think about the advice that you would give to your significant other, a family member, or your best friend. It is funny how a lot of times we're not able to deal with the smallest and dumbest little issue in our life, but we can look at someone that we know with a catastrophic issue to deal with, and it's very easy for us to come up with an answer how they should proceed and deal with it. And that's because you're not involved in that issue. You are basically disassociated from it. In a way, honestly, it's easy for you to give them an advice because whether it works or not, it doesn't really impact you specifically that much. So try to think that way. What would you tell someone else in your situation to do? Use that mindset to solve your life. Don't always look for the negative. Sure, the system is not set up for us to get out of the struggle. I understand. But if that's all you think about, then there is no way out for you. You're always gonna keep yourself in that place. It's not gonna come easy. You know, my mindset for decades was, I'm just a low-life piece of trash, and I have what I have because that's what I deserve. My other mindset was, marriage is not for me because there is nobody out there who's good. Well, guess what? I was wrong about being a piece of trash, sure. You know, I made my mistakes. A lot of them I'm very regretful for. Some of them I can never make up. Some of them I tried and failed. Some of them I tried and did. Some of them I'm still working on. I was wrong about the marriage. Honestly, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. If it wasn't for my wife, you know, my life would not progress into a better position as fast as it did. Majority of this is because of my wife and, you know, the kids that came with her, my kids now, and the amazing story of my mother-in-law, of which we'll talk in the future, but also talking about a mindset. She's one of those people to whom nothing is ever impossible. And I think all of us can learn a lot from that. You know, I don't think that the book Secret is an actual thing, but I do think that the inverse of that book is an actual thing. And what I mean by that is, I don't think you can wish $1 million into existence and have it magically show up on your table. But I do believe that you can wish yourself into a horrible existence and make that happen. And actually, even more than I think, I know because I did that to myself for a long, long time. So the number one advice I could give you, think different. If you catch yourself being super negative about anything, stop and rethink your position. See if you can be grateful for whatever is happening at the moment instead of being angry about it. It might be hard. Sometimes you might have to be delusional. I mean, honestly, fake it till you make it. But hey, if it works, good on you. Plenty of examples of me doing the same. And it did work for me. So hopefully that message reaches whoever needs it at the moment. Don't forget, be the best you that only you can be, and I'll see you in the next one.